What is up, bros? Me, Josh here. Today's video, we're diving into patch 0.7.6, which is going to hit tomorrow as of when I'm recording this, so the 27th. So if you're hearing it today, it's dropping tomorrow. If not, hope you're enjoying the patch and all that it's brought, because it's bringing a lot of new stuff. There's been some pretty big patches recently for World of Warships, lots of new ships, lots of new things to do, and it's good. There's lots of content, but this one is a lot of content for one thing. One, there's a new line, clan battles, new operation, and some cool things that are coming to the game. Also some questions I still have, but still it wouldn't be wargaming without telling us something, without having some questions to have by ourselves. So I'll leave a link down below. You can check out the video yourself and dive into it a little bit more, as I'll just kind of briefly go over everything, keep everyone up to date. So American light cruisers. So this is a line, this is the split of the USN cruiser line. So we saw the reposition of all the ships that went on the USN heavy line. And now we're actually getting the light cruisers. So, boy, if you thought the radar spam was bad now, don't worry. There's a whole nother line people are going to be going up and have fun with just a little bit extra radar. Now, give it a chance. It will die out. It will kind of die out in time. Yes, there will be a lot more radar ships, basically tier 7 or tier 8 and up. So we're going to have the Cleveland, which people already have, but now the Seattle and Worcester. So people, whenever there's a new line coming out, of course, those are going to be played a lot. So, yes, if you are a DD, you're still going to see just as much, if not more, radar for the time being, but give it a chance. Over time it'll slowly dive down to kind of normal levels. But another line of cruisers with radar, and these ones are technically even worse because they have a higher rate of fire. But light cruisers are hitting. That's a pretty major update, and it's part of the USN cruiser split. So some more fun cruisers. I think a lot of these are really fun to play. Especially the tier 10 is the HE minnow, so you can have a lot of fun on that. Arsenal is dropping, so that is the new 2 currencies, the coal and steel, and you can then, of course, you get 5 coal per each oil you have. So be sure, if you have any containers or any extra containers sitting around or whatever, I would definitely go and open those up now, get as much oil as possible, because you want to get as much basically free coal as possible for the upcoming store. Also, if you are working on a little thing we talked about last night on my stream, is if you are going through any of the campaigns and the reward is a container or the reward is a super container and you haven't collected them yet, I would hold off and collect them once the actual patch hits, because if you've already collected them and they're basically sitting there waiting to be open, the loot is already decided. But if you haven't actually collected them yet, let's say you've, and especially in the Halsey mission that's currently going on right now, if you haven't accepted the reward and you're waiting to accept, you can then potentially get the new rewards that are coming with these 2 new currencies. So if you already have them, just open them, get the oil. If you haven't collected them yet, I would hold off to this patch hits. Potentially could get you some free steel, some free oil, or some free coal, and some of the new stuff. So just a little kind of a min-max there if you really want to. So yeah, so as much oil as you have, 5 coal per oil, which is pretty nice. I think I'll be getting like around there's a couple people that are going to get like 60,000 in my clan, which is pretty insane. One thing that's also going to be coming up too is some free coal that they're going to be giving out, and earn 20,000 base XP over any amount of battles and get 5,000 coal. So that's a nice little influx of 5,000 coal, which is going to be this new currency going into it. You can pick up flags, camos, work towards a module, stuff like that. So that's kind of cool, and even start saving up towards a new ship. Now, there's a lot with an arsenal. I'll put the link down below on my video over the arsenal. There's a lot going on with that. Too much for just this quick little video here. New operation. Again, I'll put a link down below to a video that I did on that. The nighttime operation, which could potentially bring nighttime battles into the game in the future. This is the first time we've ever seen basically a nighttime style of play, and I think World of Warships has turned the operation into a testing ground for a lot of potentially future game mechanics. So this will be the first one. It is an operation where you're going to go in and fight in both night and day and nighttime battles, which is kind of cool, adding this new flare mechanic, and it's a lot of fun. So all of the PvE players, you're going to go in there and have some good time there. The 3rd season of clan battles. Pretty interesting one here. Again, this is the one that brought me up some questions, so I'll just briefly go over everything here. It's a short season, 7 weeks. Normally they're 8-9 weeks or so. I believe one season was 10 weeks, I think. Even maybe the first one was 10 weeks, or the second one was 10 weeks. But 7 weeks now. This is the first season we're going to see, and it's basically the same setup. It's almost identical. So the same setup. We are getting some rebalances with some ships, but tier 10 ships, no CVs, 1 battleship, 7v7, blah, 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 Hurricane, Typhoon, all this kind of stuff. But this is the first time we've seen Alpha and Bravo League. And this is kind of interesting. So you have less time to get your wins needed to get the quote-unquote Stalingrad flag, which isn't in the game anymore, but 30 wins will get you the next the amount of steel. And this is the chance to start getting some steel with the clan battles. But Alpha is going to be the overall. Again, we've gone over this in previous videos, so briefly just hitting it. My main question for this is there's 2 ways of looking at this. Alpha is going to be the main clan and the overall clan's rating, so that doesn't change. That's accepted. But my question is for the Bravo, which means my question is the Bravo going to be able to queue off of the top league and get Typhoon wins, or is the Bravo just going to have its overall own rating? So from the looks of it here, though, it seems like Bravo is going to have its own rating, but it does not affect the overall rating. So you put your tryhard people in here, right here, get as high as you want for the overall clan, the tag, you know, if you want the Typhoon tag, the Hurricane tag, blah, blah, blah. And then if you want to run 7 cabs or 7 shimas or whatever, you just go down the Bravo and just have some fun. But 7 weeks to get 30 wins in Stalingrad, if you look at it that way, it's not too bad. But when you actually get into it, with the amount of time people can play at the prime times, it can take some time. So those players who gain 30 wins in Typhoon will receive an additional 10,000 steel, which is absolutely massive towards the Stalingrad. So, of course, the only way you're basically going to get the Stalingrad is if you have 3 Stalingrad wins or the 30 wins in the last season. So there has been... what have we got? All right. Anyways, this is some stuff. Again, I don't want this video to be too long. Some of the unique upgrades, the legendary upgrades, are into the game. I believe just 4 of them off the start. A few examples, though. And I don't know if they're going to dive all the way into all these. They may all be coming in. I actually don't remember. But the Curfer, Skiering, those are some examples. So if you want to play there, you can then start going to unlock these, which would be kind of cool. Lots of balance changes. The Zao Torp change, or the Zao Torp option, the Gearing Torp option. And the Grozvoy getting its heal, so that'll be pretty nice, as well as the reload nerf to the Hindenburg and the Rune, as well as the Moskva getting its buff. So it's perfect time for all these changes of pretty big ships to hit right when clan battles hit. So, and then the radar mod changed from 40% to 20%, and some tiny changes. They keep doing this all over the place. So some tiny changes of balancing on the map. Again, you can dive into a little bit more for yourself. Port of New York. That's going to hit, and then content additions. They're going to be testing the high tier new IGN lines. These are going to play more like the Akazuki and the Hirakaze, if you've ever played that. Those are going to be tested, and maybe we can even see them on the upcoming streams. So again, diving more into the coal and steel. 400 coal for the normal. Try your luck. I thought Try Your Luck could go up to 700. I believe that's what they said. So Try Your Luck containers can get up to 900 coal. So I think that's an improvement. I think it was 700 at one point. I may have been mistaken there. And then a bunch of other hot fixes. Look at all this. And then fixing it in port. So again, I'm not going to dive into all those small things. But the main changes are 1, clan battles coming. The new light cruiser line. The arsenal dropping. And get in there and get your basically free coal towards the currency. But anyways, guys, want to make a quick little video going over this new patch that's going to drop tomorrow. Lots of new content. Clan battles start on Friday. Well, they don't start on Friday, but they start on, I guess, Saturday. But anyways, hope you guys are going out there, and then remember, open your containers right now, get as much oil as possible, and you are good to go once it finally hits. But anyways, guys, want to make a quick little video over all this. There's lots of information going around, so hopefully this helps you guys get an idea of what this patch is going to bring, because it's been an information just barrage from CCs and different sources and Wargame and all this kind of stuff. So I just want to make these quick little videos kind of help you guys out anyways. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.